Hey guys, it's Rachel from the Little Ring Lamb, and today I'm doing the Booktube Problems Tag. This is created by Tiffany from About to Read, and she also tagged me to do the video. You should definitely go check out her version of this and her channel in general. She also did the Reader's Problems Tag, which was, I think, either earlier this year or at the ending of last year. I believe it was earlier this year that she posted that. And she put a link to it in her video, so you should definitely check out both tags. And this tag sounds like a lot of fun, so I'm really happy Tiffany tagged me, so thank you, Tiffany, for that. But let's get into the questions. I'm going to be looking on my phone, so if I'm looking down, that's what I'm looking at. I don't know if it'll be in frame. So question 1, when you have a huge stack of books or boxes, how many tries does it take you to get that thumbnail? So with thumbnails, basically when I have a large stack of books, I use my timer app, and I can control how many pictures I want to take in between, I think, 16 to 4. Typically I keep mine on 4, and when I have a large stack of books, I typically press the timer and try to get the 3rd and 4th image correctly. But if I have like a large stack of books, honestly, usually I keep some of them on the floor and I just hold some of them, make it look like it's higher up than it actually is. So I don't really have too many problems, so usually I take 4 pictures, and if I don't see one I like, maybe I'll just take 4 more, that kind of thing. I don't really struggle with that because I'm weak, so if I tried, I'd probably break everything in my room. 2, how often do you forget to charge your camera before filming? Typically I'm pretty good at this, but sometimes the camera has one bar and I'm like, it'll last, and I get home or like I decide to film and it just dies. But typically when I know it's dead and I'm filming in, like, let's say 2 days, I'll usually film it charge the camera the day before. So I'm pretty good at remembering to charge my camera. It's just so annoying when it dies when you're in the middle of filming. It's one of my biggest pet peeves. 3, do you have more books coming in than you have space for? Yes. All the time. I even have 3 bookcases now, and it just gets crazy, but you know what? It's all worth it because I love my books, so you know. But it seems like I always get rid of a few that I'm not going to read again, and then there's always so many more. 4, how aggressively do you cull your collection? So that means how many times do I kind of go for my bookshelves and take off books? I'd say the only time I do that is when either my bookshelves are getting really full and I know books I'm not going to read. But typically I'd say once a year maybe I get rid of a few books. But this year I think I got rid of 7 books, but they were from books I've wanted to get rid of for years, but I was just deciding whether I want to get rid of them. And I know I'm never going to read them again, so I just decided to part with them. But I'm not too aggressive with that because I don't really like getting rid of my books because I did pay for my books typically, or I got them as gifts. But especially if I paid for them myself, I'm like, don't want to get rid of them at least until I give them a fair chance. And then if I don't really like them, I will get rid of them. So I don't go for my collection too much. Like, I don't have, it's really only in the summer and winter that I have a lot of books coming in, I would say. The fall and the spring are not really big times for books, so I don't really go for my collection as much during those times, if that makes sense. 5, how long does it take you to upload a video? So my shortest videos I upload typically are my Bow Back to Me's or my wrap-ups, and I try to make them under 2 minutes if possible. And I don't know if this includes editing, but to upload to YouTube, it literally takes 10 minutes. To edit, it usually takes 5 minutes. So they're 15 minutes. Give me about 20 minutes to get my camera, upload them on, do all the thumbnail stuff. So about 20 minutes for those videos. But book reviews typically take me around an hour because they're typically longer. And usually I have many more errors and I'm messing up, so I need to cut and edit and all that. But if I have like a 10-minute video on YouTube, it typically takes 30 minutes to upload. So that's not too bad, I guess. It matters though which area of the house I'm sitting at. If I'm in the TV room, it's going to take way longer. If I'm in my room where the modem is underneath the floorboards, like it's in the basement, so I get better Wi-Fi in my room, so I try to upload in my room so it goes faster. 6, is your review pile overwhelming? I review almost every single book I read, so sometimes it does get overwhelming when I read like 4 books in a week or something, and I only review 2 on the weekend, and then I have to throw to next week. But I don't know if that's, like, I think an outlier where I review almost every single book, but some books I don't review, like biographies and nonfiction typically. But yeah, sometimes I find it very overwhelming when I read a lot in a week and I don't want to post 4 videos on the weekend, specifically when I do Booktube. 7, any gripes of your lighting or filming setup? So my lighting is the thing I have the most gripes with, I would say, because I just use my either natural light, which my window is right behind the camera, or my ceiling fan, but sometimes it can make it grainy with the lighting. I've tried to get brighter bulbs so it kind of works in my fan, or like lighting a ceiling light. But basically I try to use natural light as much as possible because it's easier that way. And filming, the only annoying thing is getting my tripod out because I have, it's technically a wicker coffee table, but it has, or like TV table, when the TVs used to be ginormous and usually sat on something. So it's just a giant table, and underneath it there's like very little space. Like I couldn't store really anything under it, so I usually put my tripod there when I'm not filming, so it's not in the middle of my floor or out where anybody can see it, because you know it's not necessarily, it's an eyesore. But yes, that's a Booktube Problems Tag. Even though there's lots of problems sometimes, it's still a lot of fun. And yes, so I'm going to tag a few people. So I'm going to tag 2 people, Steph from the Book Hopper and Jill from Slytherin Reader. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.